Alright, hello everyone. Today I'll be playing some Blind Zoo and setting out on a new franchise zoo mode. I am not that new to this game, so, you know, it's gonna be way easier for me. Let's make it in Alaska. Stream zoo. Let's go. Can I spell it correctly? Let's go easy and let's start. My game's a bit too loud in my own ears. Can I please get to the game so I can actually lower the volume? Also, I do apologize for the background noise. I own parrots, which constantly squeak around. Alright. Let's start off with switching the path to something nice. Don't let me see it. Okay, that looks nice. Don't make it float. Alright, let's connect. It's uneven. Come on. There. So, what I like to do is bring up my paths, like the main thoroughfare from my zoo, out. Then I choose a point where I want my staff to walk around from. I build and there. Align the grid to make a nice straight path. If it wants to connect, never mind, let's do it like that. Then and always pause your zoos when starting out, because that causes pausing your zoo doesn't make your money to go down. English is hard apparently for me. Let's put the zoo keeper hut first, then the veterinary. Let me click on, and now that's the quarantine. This is the veterinary. And quarantine is not necessary right now. I usually add it after I have some money like rolling in, so it doesn't just cause a drain on my finances. Let's put staff building right there. Workshop. And the, what is it called? Trade center. So, and of course I always forget the research center. These are the main buildings that you need to get started with. And what I like to do for money's sake is first of all get donation boxes where you put your animals and get like food and drink already, so you know the guests use their money in my suit. Let me actually make a plaza area. Let me unmute that. No, I don't want to make it float. There. Okay. So, this way. Deselect path. Actually align the grid first so I can actually have some. I want to put it like right here. Come on, come on. No, I don't want it to go like that. Let me make it slightly smaller. Gotta love the pathing system in this game. It's such a pain. Alright, that's looking nice, and it didn't give me the fucking corner I wanted to. Let me do that. There. No, why is the... Oh, I hate the bath. Don't delete that, that causes issues. Whatever, it's fine like that. So let's get a drink. Water, information, not this one, that one. Select a group, so it's a nice and easy way to roof it eventually. And gotta... There. Nice, then always add trash cans, otherwise your guests will be pigs. Let's use my favorite trash can. And why is it that one? Why did it do that? Oh. Fine, I guess I'm just using this everywhere. Ooh, that's actually like nice looking. No. Let me switch the trash cans to the Fiesta one. And there. Let me recolor it. Let's make it a woody. Can I actually get close so I can see the actual color? Oh, that's nice. And then duplicate it. Gotta put the trash cans everywhere because your guests are horrible. Let me duplicate it fully. Alright. So I'm gonna start off with not dromedary camels. Since this was in taiga, I should probably go with an animal that does well in there. Moose are expensive if I remember correctly. The pronghorns might be a good starter animal. Just adopt all of these females. Adopt. Alright, male. I don't want to spend my conservation carrots on these. Let's just adopt this one. Alright. What is the size that I need for 4 adults? And how many babies can you have? 2. So I have 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 850 square meters. What I always do is outline the English is failing me again. The habitat, that's the word I'm looking for. I have to check the size so I'm not like massively overbuilding. Let's see. Always gotta add the habitat gate so I can actually check the size. Let me click on it. How big is it? It's way too small. Of course it is. I don't want to build so close to the starting area. Not the starting area, the zoo entrance. Because that causes the guests to just bunch up like right here, which is not good for guest flow. Alright, how big is it? Okay, it's gonna need to be bigger. So instead of going this way, I'm gonna go this way. This also gives me a chance to decide if I want bison as well. Let me connect. It's annoying when your game doesn't want you to connect it where you want it. I know the panel is too short, don't complain at me. Alright, and remember to connect the... maybe not so thick. Connect that right there. And what did I forget to do? I forgot to see where the free power is. And this is a trick that I learned from... hold on, I don't remember the YouTuber. Let me see if I can find them quickly. Planets, zoo, and I got this trick from Sinful Panda. They also make some Blind Zoo content, where you turn on this overlay and go to power, get a brush, make it smaller, and then mark out where your like free power goes, so you can actually like make sure that you're not unnecessarily buying a power setup that you don't need. It didn't show up. Did I forget? Let's see if this actually shows up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, yeah, it kinda showed up. It's probably because it's so small. Not so big, please. And you can reinforce it to see like the edge better. So now begins my favorite part, habitat building. If I can actually, you know, delete this and see if this is enough. Yes, it's more than enough. So go to your trading, animal storage. Let me pronghorn. Here are all of them. Yes. Unpause it for a minute so it actually loads that this is a valid habitat. Apparently not. It might be good to actually get some staff to move the animals to take care of them. Keeper, mechanic, and a veterinarian. Those are the 4 that you need for the start of the zoo. And what did I forget to do? Not that. This. Lower the volume of the music for a bit. So, the animals. Let me get them in here. And what I like to do is take just any of the construction pieces and make my own fencing. So let's just pick a theme. Let's see the New World. I remember it having some good pieces. This could be a nice fence piece. Yeah, if I do that, it's gonna be a nice, like, modern looking fence. Align the surface? No, I'm gonna have to press X twice so I can now... so I can actually lift it up. Make sure that it's actually straight before I continue. There. And then the easy way of, hold on. Gonna actually need to put this there as well so it doesn't look bad. Oh, it spins on that axis. Come on, be straight. Let's lift it out of the ground, see. I did not want to go there. Gotta love the camera in this game. I think it's straight enough. Things don't have to be perfect in this game. And now... there. And now I like to place this, so actually duplicate it like this. No, I do not want to move it like that. Let me move it down slightly and then duplicate it so it doesn't look so bad. There, and let's get a wood piece on top of it. Let's see if I can find like a nice looking one. This beam is actually really nice. To make sure that it's actually flat before you try and use it. Let's see. Come on. Stupid sun in my face. There. And now I can move it onto the fence. And because it's a bit short, let me do that. Ah, gotta love it when it's slightly too forward. Okay, let me click on the piece. No, I did not want to duplicate it, I just wanted to move it. Did I accidentally duplicate the other one? Yeah, I did. And it's not actually straight, it's a bit... And I keep pressing the wrong one. This is the right button. There. Alright, and now that I have this piece, I still know where I want it. There. Now I can just move it. And since I don't want it to be so tall, I can just sink it into the ground. And I forgot to merge it into a group. So now I can advance move them to make a proper fence. Which is going to be incredibly slow. But this way you can actually get like nice looking zoos rather than plain boxy ones. Let me spin it. There. Now advance movement again. And now time to spin it again. I will make the null barrier actually match up with the fence after I'm done outlining it. The curves are the hardest ones to fence. Because you don't want it to look bad, but you're gonna have to like, make it look bad for a while. Spin it again. There. And now I'm gonna grab a piece from here that's actually duplicate. No, wait. Do I have random rotation on? No, I don't. I guess I'm just gonna do this. Now, advanced duplication again. It's not straight, lovely. Spin it. Spin it slightly more. There. Now that I have this fence, I'm gonna do the rest with rocks. Let me actually choose a rock type. Yeah, let's go with Tiger Rock, since that's the... English escaping me again. This is the biome that the zoo is in, so it matches the theme as well. So I like to just start out with the big rocks, and then turn to the smaller ones eventually. And there's also a lot of rock work in the workshop, so if you don't find yourself more comfortable, if you're not really comfortable with making this on your own, there's a lot of beautiful rock work by a lot of creators on the workshop. I recommend looking through it if you want some really beautiful rocks. Come on, give me the right ones. Now that I have that, let me go with slightly shorter rock. And to cut down on my time of placing rocks, I can do this. Duplicate just smaller sections of it. And I'm pretty sure that's floating. Yep. Just advance movement. Lower it. Lovely. Not terrain, nature. And block this. Slightly more. Let me get a construction piece to make it actually look nice. Let's go with plaster, my favorite. Plaster wall. Where's the door piece? Right there. Advanced movement so it doesn't clip to the door. There. Then give me not that one, this one. Let me make like a quote-unquote backstage area. I don't like making them that often because I find it very boring. I can actually double it with it like as their shelter. Then make sure that they can actually get out. I will roof this later. Because unfortunately you don't have that much money at the start of your zoo. Where are my beloved pieces of plaster? Right there. All decorations. Let me put like a line of these right there. Turn it. There. And there. So that's gonna be the shelter area. I can actually... No, I don't want that. I can delete these rocks so it's not... Let me click on them. Thank you. So it's not glitching into the building. So back to nature. Get rocks again. Put these flat rocks right there, and it's clipping in. There. Now the big boy. Slightly bigger, smaller boy. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There. Block that. There. Ah, forgot this area. Let's go with there. Then let's finish up this corner with actually making a bit of a rock hill that I can decorate with plants. Alright. Barriers. Move these around so the game doesn't complain about animals escaping even though they aren't. By pulling them outside the barrier that you have set up, so the animals... Yes, the game doesn't make you like constantly... because there's the notification that your animal has escaped. So moving the barriers outside your custom barriers, custom fencing, can actually make it so you don't get that notification constantly. Let me actually do that. There. Now, I forgot that yep. Come on. Go put the antelopes in. And I forgot the donation bins. Those would be excellent to put in. Oh. Okay. There. First antelope in, so I can look at the terrain. If it wants me to click on it. There, thank you. Terrain. Oi. Terrain. Let's start off with making them a water area. Why is it so strong? Maybe because it's at 100. Actually, let's not push it right there. Let's put it right here so I can hide one of the waterfall pieces right there. Let's see how deep the water is. Ah, ugly. Let's see if by smoothing it slightly makes it look slightly prettier. No, it didn't. There, that's much nicer. Let's put rock all over the bottom. Also along the rock walls, so it actually looks like it's coming out of the ground and not just ugly as hell. Put soil in the barn looking thing. Let's see, and now lower that so I can put some short grass. So it doesn't look so sharp and rough and ugly. There. Are the pronghorns happy? Yes, very happy. Nature, and now I can actually finish up my rock walls after checking traversable area. They can't escape good. Let's lower that. Most of this game will be rock placing to make it actually look nicer. So don't question me if I put like 1,000 rocks in this zoo. There, that side is done. Come on, spin. Good job. Alright. Up it. Spin it. That's mostly in the rock, so let me delete it so it doesn't take up resources. There. It's starting to actually look like a proper rock wall. Not like a few rocks slapped together. Up that, so it kind of breaks up the silhouette of the big one. Let's see. If I can make it look slightly nicer. Should probably focus on the actual like habitat side of this rather than the outside. because that's the most important part of this. What it looks like on the habitat side. Outside of it, I could not care less. There. Looking nice. Add some low-lying rocks right here. Not this rock, this rock. And ta-da! Looking nice. Alright, let me add slightly more rock. Still happy. Now, I don't remember where exactly the waterfall piece is. Over here. God, that's so long. So, let me get this one. Lower it, then get this one, spin it. Right there. Then let me actually redo the bond now that I added even more water area to that. Why is it going all the way over there? Smooth it out. Ta-da! Now, rocks. Always rocks. Yeah, most of this game is rock placing. Which at the moment seems very boring, but it will be fun. Well, not fun, but it will look nice after you're done. Let me hide that ugly part of that. Maybe not this one, it's slightly too big. Give me a smaller one. Right there. Then let's use this to hide that part. Game is currently paused, so that's why the water is now moving. There, and now just this side. Let's go slightly lower. Up this. Now I would like to cover the actual waterfall part. Oh, that's way too big. Spin it, put that right there. Can make like a little bit of a overhang on that. Maybe if I use a flatter piece of rock, it actually looks nicer. Yes. Starting to look really nice. Obviously, it will look way better once I add like plants and shit. Let me add a rock right there. Gotta visually separate the waterfall bits. There. Now let's see. Alright, that's looking nice. Now I'm gonna need special effects, water, not top. This one. Lower it slightly. So it actually looks like it's you know, making actual like splashes. And now begins the fun part. Plants. And you're okay with basically all of the plant cover that I want. Not allowing the water. Actually, yes. Do I have access? If I press temperate, I might have access to lily pads. That's corn. Oh, don't tell me I don't have access to lily pads. Yes, I do. Spin it so it's not so ugly and samey. There. Now let me add a few big trees, preferably. Not continent biome. No. Foliage type, that's the one I'm looking for. Trees. Add some ponderosa pines, because they're pretty. And aspen trees, which are my actual like real life favorite tree. Let's add a sugar maple to make it like look fall-like. No, that's way too big. I don't want to use the same tree, but I'm gonna have to. Use the same tree. Actually, before I forget, what's your enrichment items looking like? Let's put the scratching post right there. I don't usually use the feeding poles because I think they look ugly. But this time I'm gonna make a exception and put one right there. Put more soil around it so it actually looks like the animals have been using it. Alright, nature. Rocks. Trees, no. Now begins the great rockification of the entire habitat. Which is one of my least favorite parts about putting things into the habitat. Because it takes so much space to like make it actually look like nice rocks. Let me get these flat ones as well. Not that one, this one. To kind of fill out that floaty bit. Alright, and now let's move on to this side. Obviously put some rocks on the water line so it doesn't look so bald. Temperate rock, this big boy. Let's put it right there, mostly in the ground. Keep spinning the same rock so it doesn't look like actually the same rock. Let's see how that's looking. Can't really see it because of the shadow. Unfortunate. And keep spinning, spinning, and spinning. Should probably put on some background music besides the in-game sound so it doesn't sound so boring. Never mind, I'm not gonna do that. Is that enough rockification? No, I don't feel satisfied with the amount of rocks that I've been using. Oh, I didn't even realize I was mixing two types of rock. Whatever, they kinda look similar enough that it doesn't bother me. Then I want one more like right there so it fills out the base nicely. Go closer. And now let me make some pebbles. Pebbles. Should probably do it on random rotation so I don't have to rotate each one of them by hand. Okay, beautiful pebbles. Copy that. Duplicate. Then sink it mostly into the ground. Even slightly more. Hopefully the animals actually can make their rounds around. So it doesn't end up being too small, which is usually my case when I'm building zoos. I end up filling it with way too many rocks and it ends up being so small for the animals to actually like live in. But that's gonna be an issue that I can fix later. Let's put some pebbles in the riverbed as well. Spin them. There, ta-da! Now it's not looking so empty and flat. And now I can actually start off with the fun part of actual plants. Not just rocks. And what's the rule that I usually follow is put like bigger bushes first, then go down like the, what's the actual like scientific term? The canopy layer? Anyway, there's, in real life forest there's the treetops, secondary like layer of smaller trees if it's a rainforest. And then there's the bush layer and then the ground plants. So basically big tree, smaller tree, bush, and then maybe some ferns or something. That's what real life forests look like, and the easiest way to tell whether or not it's actually a rainforest is if there's that secondary layer of like growth, because that indicates that there's enough water for it to support like a massive amount of biodiversity. I can't say the word. English is not my first language, so I sound like I'm mumbling constantly. Let me actually move my mic a little bit. Can I find my nice buffalo grass? Sink it in the ground a little bit. Then put it all around the area. Buffalo grass mall. I can hear my birds, they're so cute. Let's see if... Let's see if this actually makes it look even fuller, so I don't have to spend so much time. It just plants. That one looks ugly. Yeah, let's go with foxglove. This is a really pretty plant that I don't like know much about scientifically, but look at it. Really plant. Oh, there's a white one as well. And there. Is that enough? What is this one? That's really nice as well, so let's put this around as well. And there's the bushes. Now where the hell were the ferns? Right there. Well, it's not ferns, it's bracken. Put this at the more shadowy areas. Yeah, it's not clipping through. Good. There, that looks nice and full, like an actual forest. Habitat. Food enrichment. Got them one of the grazing balls and one of these near the fence line. And then toys, they already have that, so let me get them. And that. I like hiding. These ones look ugly in my opinion, so I like hiding them in the rocks. Just like to boost their toy enrichment. Okay, they're good. Alright. Let the guests roll in. Oh yeah, I forgot to cover this nature area. Let's put a couple of pines. No, that one doesn't look nice. Let's just go with this. There. Then some rocks. And now where was the vine that I wanted to actually use? Not that one. Let's actually go with this. That's looking nice. And then there. I don't remember who this is by, but this is a really nice education board. It includes the education speaker. No, it's not the Komodo dragon, it's the pronghorn. Up the volume range. That one is good. Now, let me collect the entire thing, please, and thank you. Duplicate. Switch to power. Right, this is well in the power range. There. How much space do you have left? Oh my gosh, you barely have enough space. Why? Oh, because you can't like go here like at all. Let me just delete. Let me move these. Oh, that's a enrichment item. Okay, how is it now? Alright, let me delete this. Not that one. Delete that. How's the space? Not good. Hold on. You compare mates. Ember is the best. So turn on contraceptions except for you and Ember. So I don't have like a baby population boom that causes the antelopes to be angry. Bedding. Just a small size is good for them. Oh, hello, Con. I didn't even realize that you came here. Thank you for coming to my stream and lurking for a while. I can't. For fuck's sakes, I can't speak English. Let's put some more bedding. That's way too large. And now let's see if the money actually rolls in. Let's maybe up the speed a little bit so I can actually see. Yeah, it's balancing out. Now let me find the exhibit animals. Because these are great money makers. Especially for early time. Let's put it right there. Yeah, I know I don't have a security guard. There, that's the thing I needed to do. No, I did not want to delete the entire path. Let me... Can I turn off auto pathing? No. So... There. That's the closest I can get it. Without it going all the way to the other, like, main path. Let's just go with a... Well, since it's an American team, so we should probably go with the Western rattlesnake. Which are incredibly cool. For now, their exhibit is gonna be this very ugly rock. Like bear area. Up there. That and lower humidity. Surprising. Ooh, not too warm. Alright. Oh yeah, I was supposed to roof the thing. No, I don't want a waterfall. Hold on. Copper. My favorite roofing material. And that's the wrong... what is the word? Slope. There. This adds hard shelter for the antelopes. So they don't complain about that. Can I add a trim on it? Ah! I have discovered a mistake. That is on the outer shell, not on the inner shell. Ah! Let me put it where I want it. Thank you. Spin that. Alright, have a good one, Gunner. Your stream was very entertaining. Like always. Thank you! There. Yeah, that's looking nice. I don't need to really add anything more to the shelter. Are you guys happy now? Yes, why are you unhappy? The terrain is wrong. Well, that's because there's snow, that's why it's wrong. The rest of them are good. So there's the first habitat, and since I have already decided by getting that, that apparently I'm gonna be doing an American themed zoo, not the guest habitats. Shove the guests into a fucking habitat. Hold on. Construction. What does my money situation look like? Bad. Bad money. Shell for cash. I need to look at what animals that are in here that are from America. Continent, North America. Alright, I'm gonna need something that's actually cheap and does well in taiga. Let's just click on only taiga. This is not cheap, but I want it. I could go with raccoons. I think I also might have some. I can spell a raccoon. I have two males, a melanistic and a leucistic one. So I'm gonna need a female. This one is young and good and cheap. Alright. How much space do you need and how many can be there? 2 males and 3 females. 3... Not that much. Alright. Where do I want to shove the raccoons? Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put them slightly away from the... what is it called? Keeper hut. Spin that. Straight path. Not path. Barrier. Got all of my English skills. And this is gonna be way too big. I already know it. Come on. I forgot the stupid gate. Path. There. Come on. Let me place it where I want it. Thank you. There. Now delete those, because those are no longer necessary. So how big is this? I think it's barely good enough again. Actually, it's pretty good. So now I'm gonna need to make a new fence again. Let's look at the already like fence things that are here. It's way too short for some raccoons. I could go with the Twilight pack that the raccoons actually came with. Let's look at this fencing, it's actually quite nice. Then let's go with stone and get not this one, it doesn't look that nice. That's way too thick. Why is that one decorated? I just want like a nice looking. A nice looking like plain wall stone. No. I do like this noise. Can I please find the type of stone that I'm looking for? Let's go with this actually. Let's make sure that it's in the middle. I have random rotation on. No! It's a pain in the ass. There. That's a good, beautiful merge. Then let me unclick it. Edit. Let me make sure that this doesn't... Is this climbable? I don't think it's climbable. Okay. Let's spin it right there. Now, before I forget, what is this called again? Indonesian. Indonesian, Temple Rock, and this. Slightly lower it so it doesn't glitch around. Let me make a sleeping area for them as well. No, I want this one. Then can I have it nice and straight on this so I don't need to like make more, place each and one of them by hand. Spin it once. And spin it back. Duplicate it with this. Let me go back to moving this so I don't... I did not want to move it like that. I wanted to move it with this. Ah, I pressed the wrong one. No. This is offset, lovely. No. Spin it again. I'll bring it back out a little bit. Delete these two. No. Why is it like this? Why does it refuse to work with me? Come on. Nice. Not nice. Why is it like this? Come on. There. It better be good. There. Now duplicate this and move it over here. Well, it's not perfect, but I'm not gonna be looking at it like this closely after I'm done building it. Just gonna slightly move this. There, good. And now, what roofing do I want to put on it? Should I go with this roof since it's part of the same pack? No. I'm just gonna go with a different one. Raccoons kind of give metal-esque type. Is there a lower pitch one? Yes. I can actually like hide it like that. So it's like water goes there. I know, not really, it doesn't look the best. Actually, put those back. Now I figure out how I want it to look. Now back to Indonesian. Walls, wall pieces. No, roof? No. This doesn't have to like the flat thing, so let me just can I can't use that like how I wanted to use it. So I'm just gonna leave that open. Oh, nope, I think I have figured out why I couldn't see it. Because I had that on. There. Now it's going to be like a castle. Stretch a little. Good. Why is there not like a straight up circle piece? Because I don't want to use these to make like a castle tower. Guess I'm gonna do it like that. Then give me the roof. Flat. This, switch to this, so it actually like lines up nicely. Then go. Let me zoom in. Come on. Come on, camera. I know you can do it. Thank you. Delete these two. So they have more space over here. I can actually use this as like a guide of how I want the fencing to go. No, take that slightly away. Now, if this could actually cooperate with me, let's start off right there. No, let me buy it. Thank you. Now take this X. Now it better be straight, so I don't have to spend so much time making it sure that it's actually straight. I don't think it is straight. Lovely. Let me just twist it slightly. Because I just need to learn how to accept the fact that things in life aren't always perfect and just the way you want them to be. Sometimes there's mistakes, sometimes they're uneven. That's alright. There. Oh, exit. Hold on. Edit. Edit. Split. Edit. Split, because I don't actually want to copy like the entire building while I'm using that piece. Every Indonesian piece. Okay, press X. So it kind of works out like a stopper on this. Duplicate it and bring it slightly over that. Take this, duplicate. And now finish up that. Spin it. No, I want to delete that one. Oh, oops, it's floating. Whatever, I can put something right there to actually stop it from looking like that. There. There. And then finally take this piece. So actually like finishing finishes up that. Now construction. Delete that. Team. Where is it? There. Twilight. It's pretty, but I don't want to use that. Where are the things I want? Oh, they're gonna be up. What is this? Oh, this is a nice piece. Gonna be eventually very useful for me if I ever decide to build with this. And because I can't find... No, let me move it with this. Just move each one of them individually, unfortunately. But I don't want the raccoons escaping, causing mayhem. There. There. The final one. There, that's gonna be a nice area for the raccoons. Tiny raccoons. How long have I been live? 4 hours and 20 minutes already. That's nice. Terrain. Sculpting. Bush. Because the raccoons need water. Smooth. That's gonna be like a nice pond for them. And I also forgot to get the... Not that water treatment thingy. So the animals don't get sick from dirty water. Terrain. Dirt. I want dirt. Maybe actually let me show it up. Most is gonna be dirt because it's like a castle. Of course, add rock to the pond. Nice, I did leave this over here. Let me move them right there. So I'm gonna use these as my pebbles so I don't need to remake them. There. Alright, now let's add the raccoons. Let's add those two. Oh yeah. Before I add them, let me do this. Before they actually get added, let me move the fencing. So it doesn't give me the notification. Your animals have escaped. No, they haven't. They're still in their cage. It's just the null barrier being stupid. No, don't move the entire door, please. And thank you. There. Now they have a nice area to be in. me move that one right there. Lower the volume range, please and thank you. Come on, where are my raccoons? And traversable area. Yeah, nice. Okay, good, they have enough water. Well, for one. The rain. That's your issue. Short grass. Why do you need so much short grass? Mr. Raccoon. Who's the Mr.? Yeah, it's the Mr. Raccoon. Okay, and I don't need to change the plant palette. Just put a couple of those. Where are all the dead ones? I know I have access to dead ones. Where are they? Oh, right there. Let me actually move that slightly so they don't use it to escape. Alright, can you climb these? No. Why can't you climb this tree? Apparently it's not climbable. Let me go check. No, I know you can climb trees. Ah. Let me click on that. This one. Now, are you happy? No, why can't you climb that? Let me get the habitat items before I add more foliage so I can know what areas this is. Avoid. Let's make a little bit of a jungle sim for them. That's floating. Fuck. Come on, let me... There. Let me move that right there. Let me get a climbable log, preferably a shorter one, not that short. And then spin, twist. No, I did not want to actually put it down already. This game is so lovely when it comes to accidentally putting stuff down. Where is the raccoon? Are you happy now? Yes, you're very happy. Now, back to plants. Let me actually do this so it's not so dark. Yeah, I forgot about this one. You can put it in the water. So it kind of looks like the leaves have fallen in. And spin them around. There. That's starting to look nice. Let's add buffalo grass again, not the dry one, the actual like lively one. I said I was gonna add the enrichment items, then I forgot to actually like look at them. Let's put one of those and one of these. Let's put this one over here. Toys. Let's put the sprinkler right there. A cardboard box and a rubber ducky. Still not enough. How about a ball? That's barely enough. Put the other ball. Spin it. Give me a smaller rock. Come on, let me put the rocks where I want them. There, fill out some of the backspace without having to put like 100 bushes there. Let's put some bracken around again. Maybe it shouldn't be in the ground. It should be on the ground. I know there's bigger bushes somewhere. Oh, that's way too big. That's nice. Let's put a row of them right there. No, I don't want that one. I can hear my dog jumping up onto my door. She really wants to come in. But I know she will want to get out like in a few minutes if I let her in. Oh, this is like supposed to be on the wall. Didn't realize that. This area is very obviously supposed to be on the wall, but I didn't realize the Virginia Creeper was supposed to be on the wall. I know for a certain I have used that as a ground plant before. Come on, don't float on top of the other plants. Put it there. Let's put a couple of... I lost where the plant was. I found it. And my brain immediately forgot what I was supposed to put right there. So bracken. Well, whatever, I forgot what I was supposed to put there, so I'm just gonna put a bracken right there. It's actually like look nice. No, not really. Like it does look nice, but not as nice as I want it to look. So let's sink some pebbles into the ground again. There. Now, where's the raccoons? That is good. That's good. That's good. Now they just need the beds. If it wants to actually let me over there. annoying, but I'm just not gonna fix it because when am I gonna be looking in here? Basically never. Right, and let's hope this is enough. It's not the antelope, it's a raccoon. A raccoon. There, let me get a donation bin. Let me move these ones. Right there, I'm blind like a bat. Yeah, and now I'm gonna have to let it play out a little bit so I can get some more money. Yeah, I know I'm low on cash. Can you escape? I forgot to check that. No. There, I should probably add some lights for the guests. They don't actually need it, but you know, it looks nice when there's like street lamps or something. Or lampposts, I could. Oh, that's so nice. This is just a street lamp. That's too short for what I want it to look like. Why is this one so short? It would be just a nice one if it was like taller. I don't want to use the New World ones because it kind of clashes with the like more historical, classical style of building that I'm going for. Why are they all so short? Yeah, they're all literally like so short. Why do I have this favorited? Probably an accidental favoriting. I guess I'm just gonna go with this one and just deal with it being short. Is random rotation on? No, good. There. How do I want to dress up that? Probably my bullet blaster. Blaster, my beloved. Why don't I have any? Because they're all on a break. Lovely. Can you hire 2 more vendors? There. Do I want to add a circle and then add like a blank wall behind that? That probably actually look nice. Then Not right there. No, it is actually right here. I forgot again. There. And then... no plaster. Copper. That is the other thing I love building with. Because it's a really nice looking building piece. I hate how it like stops flatly right there. I wish there was like a... this looking piece. Like a... how can I explain it? One of these like extenders of the eave, but for the end of the roof, like this area. Never mind, I'm not gonna use that. Pass. Oh come on, why doesn't it have to... why doesn't it want to connect right there? Raccoon babies. Come on. Get down the tree. Beautifully glitches into the ground. Come on. You're supposed to have the babies. Where are you going? Traveling like to the opposite side of the fucking habitat to give birth. I'm sorry. You went into the rock. Ah yes, this is how this is how fucking RIM physics work. Genuinely so stupid. Come on. Can you have your babies? I want to actually look at them. Come on. Have the baby. Oi. Little raccoon. Can you have your baby? There, finally. A really great female. A really great male. And then let me click on our brother or sister. A really good female. Almost 100s across the genetics tab. I kind of want to add this across here as well, but move them down. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Just gonna move them down. Right, advanced movement. There. Now it looks better. Can you escape? No. Can I click on a baby? Can you escape? No. Good. Oh yeah, you're expecting. Gonna give birth in June. construction. I'm gonna... Come on. I'm gonna do this, and then... No. Let's go back to the copper and get... Okay, where the hell did that go? Right, now I can go to my beloved blaster. Blaster, my beloved. There. Put the blaster wall in the background. And because I will get a second creature. But again, this is a trick that I got from Cynical Panda. Of building expanded habitats. So it doesn't look like they're in a tiny glass box. While in reality they are in a tiny glass box. Alright. Cell color. There, because it kind of just glitches through, unfortunately, so... There, then... Ah, where did you go? Down. Good. This now give me... glass. Where are glass panes? Ah. I know there's like a big glass pane that doesn't have like anything like extra on it like this piece has. I don't want to use that one. There. There's the one that I was looking for. There. Now let's go to nature. Unclick everything. Gardening. Mox. That's how you spell it. Put that as like the bottom layer. Now I know there's a trick with these. Let me actually make them slightly lighter. There. Move it to like somewhat match it with the already existing habitat. Nature. And the rest I'm just gonna fill with desert rock. Because the animals won't actually be able to get here, so it doesn't really matter how how traversable I make it. Ah, it's sticking out of the wall again. There. Then I can also like blend it in by adding a couple of rocks into the actual like habitat. Now, let's call it plants. The plants are going to be North America, desert and grassland. Ah, where is that? Add some tufts of grass into the nooks and crannies. I know America has these like cactuses. I know there's a barrel cactus. Do I have access to that one? I want to see the baby antelope being born, so I'm gonna pause the game for a minute. That's really too big. Can I add like a branch? There's also a beautiful gap right there that I have noticed. No, I don't want to add floating grass. Gonna add slightly more of this. Why is the barrel going? There. Why is this not acceptable? It is acceptable, but apparently I was just too blind to find it. There. That one is in the rock, but you know, it's good enough. There. Ta-da. And this one I will eventually expand back there. But for now, it's baby antelope time. Come on, I want to see the baby. Come on, baby. God, I hate it when they don't refuse to actually give birth. Baby! A quite grabby baby, but still a baby! Little baby. Underpriced, finally. No, I want them both to be 7. God, I love the little baby mare. Look at it! It's so adorable. I love the baby animals in this game. They're so cute. Okay, why have we decided to go for a swim? Because it's slightly too deep for you. Walking on water. And those have the orange together. Oh, let me actually say hello to this person so I can actually get some conservation credits. Ignore the fact that I have like 100,000 of them. I could spend them all getting good animals, but I don't want to. Because it's actually more fun to work towards like fun animals rather than instantly making them. Instantly getting them, not making them. Like, yes, I do have this, but this is from my own zoo. Yes, I did buy this very good new guy. For example, this one I created in one of my own zoos, which felt more satisfying and more rewarding, rather than just already buying a gold quality one. Sometimes I do buy gold quality ones, especially for like community challenges, or if it's like a rarer animal, such as. So let me see if I can catch like a rare animal. For example, dolls. There's barely any of them on sale, so if you find like a golden one, it's actually really good to get it. But I'm not gonna add dolls to this zoo, so I'm just gonna ignore that one. Most of my zoos that I just name with little emoticons. But yeah, these are like all ones that I have created on my own. Especially these. This one, oh, it's just a normal one. But logistic kiwis that I had a piebald parent and just a normal one. and they just produced a shit ton of logistic babies. Because kiwis are actually a really easy creature to make more of. Kiwi, because they have a baby every like a year. So especially if you take the baby away immediately after it's born, the interbirth period kicks in. So it's actually going to be like every 4 months, potentially. It's probably closer to like 6-ish. And my brain just immediately forgot what the fuck I was talking about. So yeah, you can get a really good kiwi every 6-ish months, which I actually really like. Obviously, like something like a timber wolf. I bought this one because, come on, it's pretty. Why are you at these? I forgot. The antelopes are horrible when it comes to like their cleanliness. Let me train up my staff a little bit. There and there. So yeah, obviously something like timber wolf that produces babies not that often in this game. Or especially like something like an elephant. The tactic of taking the baby away to get the mother producing a second baby is actually good. Because the elephants, for example, I can't even spell elephant. These are like really expensive and really rare in this, so you can actually get like a really good amount of conservation points for them. If you get like a good one. Obviously, if I was running a real life zoo, I would not take the babies away until, like, naturally they would leave the parent. For example, something like a tiger, they stay with their mothers for 3 years, I think? Or was it 2 years? Where they just learn how to hunt and shit. And obviously, I would not want to take a baby away from its parent in real life. I'm sorry, why is that there? Hello? I'm sorry. When did you get out? So yeah, anyway, I would not take a tiger baby away until like the 3rd year if I ran a real life zoo. Because, you know, it's a wild animal. It's supposed to learn how to be a wild animal. And the best teacher is their parent. Can you please go shoot the baby? Thank you. Yeah, it's like literally overkill. They take a sniper rifle and shoot the baby. Come on. Let me see how you escaped. Where did you escape from? I'm sorry, why can you, like, literally phase through the like, the fucking fencing? I'm sorry, that's like... so unfair! Don't want to move these, like, constantly. But yeah, for a game about, like, building a zoo, I definitely do sometimes take away the animals way too early. Is that floating? Alright, where's the baby so I can check if it escaped again? If it can escape again. How can it get up here? Nature, rock. How? How are you escaping? I'm sorry. Where the hell are you escaping from? Like adding 100 rocks here. Hoping to stop the baby from escaping. Which is not working. Come on. How? How are you getting up there? From here? No. How the hell are you getting up there? How? I'm questioning. How are you getting up there? I know you can jump, but how? Okay, that escape route is over. How the hell are you getting up here? If I do that. There, the baby's contained. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, I forgot to actually sell any cheetahs. Well, not sell. Release them into the wild. Oh yeah, those are outside of that, so that's why they didn't light up when I put them down. Let me hide those right there so they aren't annoying me right there. Come on, money, build up faster so I can actually build this third enclosure. Antelopes. Where the hell is my caretaker? Where are you? Ah, taking food. Ah, you walk way too much. Hold on. Facilities. Keeper's hut. I had one right there. So it doesn't have to walk so far to actually get the bit of food for the raccoons. Oh yeah, back to the example for taking babies away from their parents way too early. I own a lot of birds. Well, a lot of birds. I own 7 finches. No, there's 5 left. 2 of them died recently, unfortunately. I own 5 finches, and when I first got them, I didn't realize how prolific they were as breeders. So they produced a double gutch. And I didn't want to take the eggs away after I candled them, because they already had some life in them. So I just let them have to do clutches. And they have been living together. Like obviously in nature, something like a tiny finch would fly away from. It wouldn't fly away from its what is the word? Fuck. What the hell is the word? Flock. That's the word I was looking for. A finch wouldn't fly away from its flock that much. Like, away from its, like, original flock. Obviously, it might split it up to avoid, like, uh, it would probably split up when, if, like, a storm or something hit them. And, or if it got lost in, like, in a panic or something. God, my bird is staring at me. He wants my attention, but I can't really give it to him because he's quite far. And for example, with dogs, like yeah, the legal limit of getting a puppy is 8 weeks, but in reality, they should be with their mothers for at least. Hold on, my brain's doing math. In my opinion, they should be with their parents at least like 3 months, if not to 6 months. Because how much animals get their behavior from overpriced? What the fuck do you mean? Let me get to 6. Fine, whatever. So yeah. Because a lot of reasons why dogs end up being not that great pets when they don't end up being great pets when they aren't like properly trained and they were taken away from their parents way too early. Well, from their mother. And like yeah, if you get like a puppy at like 8 weeks, please socialize them. Because a lot of the times when like just a demon chihuahua, it's because it wasn't socialized. It wasn't brought around like bigger dogs or anything, and it was babied. My dog is a corgi, so and it's very dumb. Like there's nothing working behind those eyes. She was socialized with a lot of big dogs, because when she first came home, we had a German Shepherd, well, 2 of them, and the adult dogs, the big German Shepherds, actually like did the parenting that puppies learn. Because if you don't socialize your puppy with all the dogs, they end up not knowing the boundaries between dogs. I do apologize that I'm rambling about animal welfare and such. It's a really important moral for me. I, because I'm in school to become like animal caretaker, I just end up rambling about animals a lot. My future goals in my life with my education is to get to work in actual zoos, and maybe if not zoos, then definitely farms. Because even though we raise cows uh for food, I still want to make sure that they have like the best quality of life before they go to become the food. Hold on, let me check something. Uh, Alright, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, anyway, animals are really important for me. Alright, I'm starting to have enough money for the next habitat. Continent, North America, almost North Africa. Mm. Mm. What was that notification? Oh, Inspector. I don't really know what North American animal event get next. Mm. Ah, yes. Get another pronghorn exhibit. I really want to get something like this. Like a big predator animal, but I know they're like really expensive to feed. I'll go with this. No, I know it's gonna be another one of the disease risks. You're gonna be expensive. Let's go with coyotes. That won't be a bad. Why is my brain failing me? Bad type of animal. 1,400. As a minimum. And no, let's not put it right there. Let me get a path. Let's make like a loop-de-loop for them. Alright, let's put the gate right there. No? I'm gonna press like this. Okay, it's way too small. So I'm gonna need to make the loop bigger. So, actually, let me... Can I... Don't want it floating so high up. Slightly up. We make like a viewing area. Is there a gap right there? Oh, that's why. I'm trying to envision how I want to like shape it to be right here. Just probably mark it out with rock. So I can have like here, like there actual like area, then I can put like a small cave right here. As their like sleeping area. The rest I can just fill probably like this. Put like a rock here, all along this, and then put some type of barrier right here. Can also use the barrier to go in down there. Just to get extra hard shelter right there. Alright, now I'm gonna need some type of piece. That's a nice piece. I'm obviously not gonna build a fence out of this. I do really like these like animal signs that the developers have added. What is this? This might be something I built. Why is there a house on both sides? But yeah, anyway, this might be something I built. Like, yeah, it's something I built. Probably like as one of my like first things. I don't really want to use this bark as the fencing, but I know it's gonna be a pain in the ass trying to get it actually looking nice. I could use it for a turtle or something. It's just actually added to my favorite, so I know it exists. And now I'm just looking through all the options. And I'm actually looking for pieces that I would build the habitat out of. Kyllä niitä on axolotl. Bumblebee. I could probably go with this and mesh, if I can spell it. Disappearing. Something tight so, you know, children don't stick their hands through it. Not that tall. If I put align the surface. Yeah. Is random rotation on? No. There, now I'm just gonna need some type of piece on the end. So short. Ah yes, this totally belongs on the end. Why are these ones so thick? Thick. Why is it such a weird word to say? And there, it's not the world's prettiest custom fence, but it works for me. Let me actually put it, put this across the mesh as well, so it doesn't just end out of nowhere. There. Now begins my least favorite part of custom fence building. This is actually a really nice fence, even though I just slapped it together in like a couple of minutes. Done slightly more. The rest I can do with rock work. Let me just move this. If I can collect it all. Actually, no, move. Delete it. Barriers. So I need to put the staff barrier. Not barrier. Gate. Door. Why is English failing me again? Let's see. Let's see how big this ended up being. Probably way too big for a couple of coyotes. Path. Maybe not so thick. Staff path. Can I put it under there? No, apparently I cannot, so it has to be like this. It's gonna looks bad, but nah. Can't really do anything about it. How big is it? Okay, it's like way too big for a couple of coyotes. Hold on, sit up straight so it doesn't hurt my back. Oh, my bird has moved on onto my window. Window frame. He's squeaking at me. Temper and Taiga. That's gonna be a nice combination of rocks. Do I have any rock ones downloaded? Oh, this is a nice one. Doesn't say who it's by, unfortunately. This is a really nice old barn. I know I downloaded rocks from somewhere. Oh, that's why I can't get them. They're way too expensive. Oh, he flew away. I was trying to get his attention, but he decided no. Sorry, I was looking through something. I do really like the made up language that the devs came up with when came up for the guests. This kind of annoys me, but I'm not gonna fix it. But why are you just floating there? Weird little baby. So, anyway, I'm probably gonna end it for now. End this stream here, because it's getting a bit late for me. You know, like a 2.5 hour stream is not that bad. But it's getting quite late for me and I'm starting to get a headache, so yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Anyway, thank you for anyone who came by and decided to enjoy my stream. I hope you enjoyed my stream. I do apologize for my bad English. And I hope to see you in the future as well. Please like. And I hope you guys have a really good day for the rest of your day, night, whatever over there is. Thank you for coming, and goodbye.